Hangin' with Mr. Cooper was an iconic show in the mid-90s that found a special place in the hearts of many. However, once the show ended, the cast and crew members seemed to fade from the public eye. Their stories often left untold or overlooked. Nevertheless, they each had their own journeys and experiences to share beyond the spotlight of the show. What is surprising is that the main character in the movie appears to have exposed some unsavory parts of being in the show. The cast of Hangin' with Mr. Cooper has endured some significant hardships, including allegations of suicide attempts, struggles with illegal substances, and battles with substance abuse.
I did cocaine, the same kind that everyone else does in Hollywood.
Now we are gaining insight into the potentially disturbing aspects of the show from none other than its main character, Mark Curry. His revelations shed light on previously undisclosed facets of the show and the experience of its cast and crew, offering a more comprehensive understanding of their journey both on and off screen.
The problem is, I'm in a hotel lobby, and this man wants to see, I don't know.
31 years ago, Hangin' with Mr. Cooper made its debut on ABC, with comedian Mark Curry taking on the lead role. This sitcom swiftly cemented itself as a fixture on the network's beloved TGIF lineup, which aired on Friday evenings.
I picked your name out of the teacher's grab bag.
Thank you.
Have you ever pondered the fates of the well-known cast of the beloved 90s TV series? It turns out that while some cast members have gone on to achieve even greater success, others face challenging life paths but manage to bounce back and emerge stronger.
Right now, it's the end thing to get on a cover of something to say, yes, I had a problem.
The first one is obviously the show's main actor, Mark Curry. Mark Curry, who portrayed Mark Cooper in the series, has had a successful career in acting beyond Hangin' with Mr. Cooper. He continued to showcase his talents in various TV shows such as The Jamie Foxx Show, The Drew Carey Show, and See Dad Run. Additionally, he made appearances in several movies including Armageddon, where he played Stu the Cabbie, Bad Boy, in which he portrayed Drew Hodges, and Poolboy, Drowning Out the Fury, where he took on the character Captain O'Malley.
Look, I got Halloween socks on. Look at that. I love Halloween. Halloween's a good day. I feel sorry for crack addicts on Halloween because they don't know it's Halloween.
Mark Curry embarked on his career as a stand-up comedian in 1987. Just 2 years later, his comedic talents allowed him to leave his day job and pursue comedy full-time. As the opening act for notable stars such as Damon Wayans and Whitney Houston, Mark Curry's talent garnered the attention of Hollywood's influential figures. In 1992, he took center stage as the star of his very own sitcom Hangin' with Mr. Cooper, where he portrayed the role of Mark Cooper, the 6'6" former basketball star who transitioned into a high school teacher.
So what am I gonna coach? A little football? Basketball? What?
Science.
Mark Curry, originally from Oakland, shared with the LA Times that the initial years of his career were a learning experience. During this period, he faced challenges as the producers of his projects didn't fully trust or align with his unique style of comedy. He recalled during an interview, "I got a sitcom, I got 2 HBO specials, and I got a chance to open up for Richard Pryor. I got a chance to be international, you know? I go to Africa, Australia, Germany, and they know me, so I did a great job. I think I reached some goals." He had contemplated walking away from it all, but he chose to persevere, holding on to hope that things would eventually improve. Eventually, a fresh team of producers was brought in, and they collaborated with Mark effectively to bring his creative visions to fruition. His co-star Omar Gooding shared with Vlad TV that the show underwent a near-constant turnover of executive producers, a rarity in the world of sitcoms.
Every year it seemed like we changed executive producers. Now that's like unheard of. Executive is like the big dog. Why are, like we just talked about Thea. She was a problem, she had to go.
According to Mark, once the problematic individuals were removed from the equation, there was a noticeable improvement in various aspects. The storylines, as well as his overall demeanor, underwent a positive transformation. He expressed a sense of contentment and happiness, describing himself as comfortable in his work environment.
ABC saw me and they said, wow, no. They saw me and they said, we signed a deal to do a sitcom. They believed in me and we came up with this idea.
In 1994, he earned the distinction of being named one of TV Guide's top 10 beloved television stars. Mark's approach to building camaraderie with the show's crew won him favor, as he treated them as equals and made an effort to personally connect with each member. Notably, he refrained from having them wait on him and even took it upon himself to fetch his own coffee. However, after the completion of the 4th season, the network imposed restrictions, permitting the show to produce only 13 episodes and reassigning it to mid-season replacement status.
In comedy, well, with me, if I'm off, if I take a week off, I'm stale. I get on stage and I'm not popping, I'm not as quick-witted, it's a thing you have to nudge.
When asked about how he was treated on the sets, he replied, "They didn't even give me any clothes. I had to bring my own clothes. They just said, come at 3 o'clock and shoot this thing. And I went on the lot and I shot it." Following 5 seasons, the show met its end in 1997 and entered syndication. Despite making appearances in numerous films, Mark expressed in an interview with Comedy Hype that he willingly decided to step away from television, redirecting his efforts towards revitalizing his stand-up comedy career. However, a heartbreaking tragedy would alter the course of his life forever. In 2006, Mark was at home, tending to his laundry when an aerosol can of starch accidentally fell behind a hot water heater. In a sudden and devastating turn of events, the can exploded, causing severe burns to his arms and upper body. He was swiftly rushed to the hospital with 3rd-degree burns that covered his backside and arm, and his life hung in the balance. According to a report from MLive, he spent several days in a medically induced coma as medical professionals fought to stabilize his condition. When he finally regained consciousness, the road to recovery proved arduous. For the initial 2 weeks, he was unable to walk.
I remember that thing blew me back. I never told people, but it blew me back. My shoulder I was burnt, but I think I broke my shoulder, and I was like, damn, my shoulder hurt.
But that was not the sole challenge he confronted. In the aftermath of the accident, he grappled with severe depression. In an interview with Vlad TV, he candidly revealed that he had even contemplated ending his own life during this difficult period. According to Mark, "I was in the St. Francis burn unit. I was in a coma for a while and the Lord saved me. He saved me. It was just a traumatic event. It was a bad situation and it prompted me to go into a deep depression. And so, I don't even deal with that. And it changed my life." He further went on saying, "I thought about suicide, but it's hard to commit suicide when you're 6'6", lol. The ceiling's right here, so I can't hang myself. It took me so low into a black valley. People didn't know what was wrong with me." While he persevered through the physical recovery journey, a number of his celebrity friends extended their support to help him regain his mental and emotional well-being. Notable figures like Bill Cosby, Damon Wayans, and Chris Tucker reached out to uplift his spirits and provide encouragement. Additionally, he discovered strength and inspiration in the pages of his friend and fellow comedian Richard Pryor's autobiography, which played a pivotal role in his healing process.
Your top 5 stand-up comics of all time.
No top 5s. Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor
5 times in a row.
Mark found Richard's life story deeply relatable, as both had experienced burns from self-inflicted fires. Mark took a hiatus of a few years to undergo a full recovery before resuming his career in both television and film. Nevertheless, some speculate that Mark's trials and tribulations may have stemmed from the fact that he had accumulated numerous adversaries during this period.
I'm on tour with Whitney Houston.
You're on tour with Whitney Houston.
Respect my name. People put respect on my name.
Mark reportedly vanished from the public eye after a successful 30-year career in the entertainment industry. Nevertheless, he has intentionally chosen to maintain a low profile, allowing him to remain inconspicuous. In a peculiar incident, he once participated in an interview on a Los Angeles news segment discussing gas prices. The oblivious news reporter mistakenly referred to him as just another LA driver, unknowingly overlooking his extensive career in the entertainment world. He said, "I'm not a rich man. I have to put gas in my car like everybody else, but bam, you go less places. You can ride a bike to the grocery store if it's that bad." Furthermore, Mark's experience extended to a disturbing incident at a Colorado Springs hotel where he was subject to racial profiling. This unjust treatment led to the suspension of the hotel employees involved. Many individuals strongly believe that Mark was targeted solely because of his race, as he is black.
You cannot be in this hotel lobby if you're black and you're in Colorado Springs. So if you're black and you're in Colorado Springs, you can't be in the lobby.
To shed light on this issue, the actor-comedian took to Instagram, posting a 26-minute video from the hotel's lobby, which is owned by the Wyndham Hotel Group. In the video, he showed 2 men standing before him, one of whom questioned his status as a guest of the hotel.
I'm just asking if you're a guest.
And I'm asking, are you a guest?
And he said, no, I'm an employee.
Well, let me see some ID. You got your backup. How you doing, backup? Does he speak?
In the video clip, the star known for his role in Hangin' with Mr. Cooper was seen comfortably seated on a couch, engaging in conversation with the two individuals. Addressing his followers, he remarked, "It's unbelievable that if you're black and you're in Colorado Springs, you can't even be in this hotel lobby. Wow, this is crazy, isn't it?" One of the individuals he was conversing with was white, while the other, who seemed to be a person of color, dismissed Curry's concerns and accused him of playing the race card. Curry, who had come to town for a comedy performance, retorted, "Yeah, I'm trying to pull the race card, boy," and then turned to address his followers, stating, "So we have someone here calling me out for playing the race card, but he's associating with this guy. This really highlights the issues, folks." The hotel employees continued to stand in front of Curry, and he expressed feeling threatened by their posture and the way they were scrutinizing him. In response to this uncomfortable situation, Curry got up from his seat and made his way toward the restroom, with both men following closely behind. Afterward, Curry lodged a complaint with the front desk regarding the men tailing him, and once again he was questioned about whether he was a guest at the hotel. He also asked both of the hotel workers to provide their identification. After watching the clip, the hotel employees faced a huge backlash. One person wrote, "I'm really getting sick of this trend of complete nobody know-nothings who have no authority whatsoever, demanding that other people show them an ID. You want an ID? How about I give you face full of fists, Karen?" Another one wrote, "This man has on LV. No way they thought going to a man that can afford that high as okay. Sitting down minding his business definitely was racist. If he was doing his job, he should have approached the situation different and wording." Another supporter wrote, "It's obvious the clerks and janitor token were working in sync to get rid of the questionable guest, Mr. Curry. Management didn't see a guest, but a big black man seated in their lobby, then requiring a lavatory visit. The blocking of the restroom made my blood boil. All these Wyndham workers have racially profiled black people before. Mr. Curry should sue." For the last supporter, "Those employees should be fired, especially the ones who were the most aggressive and the dingbat laughing and stating Mr. Curry was using the race card. They were using the racist card." But Mark Curry's bad experience didn't stop there. During a Southwest flight from Los Angeles to San Francisco, Mark revealed he's experienced a terror incident that he had to step in to defuse.
And people were talking and screaming. They wasn't going to restrain him. They was going to, take the plastic and restrain this guy next, but I want to help. And I was like, yeah, I'll go restrain anybody at 30,000 feet.
But when he's not engaged in his superhero antics, Mark seems to be embroiled in a long-standing feud with fellow comedian Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey has gained recognition as one of television's most prolific comedians in recent years, whether it's his delightful interactions with talented kids on Little Big Shots or his incredulous reactions to contestants' unexpected answers on Family Feud. Harvey has consistently brought laughter to audiences across America. However, not everyone is amused, particularly Mark Curry, who has asserted that Harvey appropriated some of his material for various television projects.
So what's up with you and Steve, man? Ain't nothing with me. Well, Steve stole my material on his show, so I had a beef on that. On what show? When he was on the talk show he had.
This contentious relationship has spanned several years, with Mark attributing their issues to Steve allegedly pilfering his jokes during his appearance on the Mike and Donnie show on Fox Soul's in December 2019.
Somebody called me and said, "Man, homeboy doing your material." So he did my whole Halloween run. And so my thing is, you don't have to do that, homeboy. Right. So, get enough money.
During that appearance, he specifically alleged that Harvey had performed a significant portion of Curry's Halloween routine on his Steve Harvey talk show. Beyond the alleged joke theft, what was particularly distressing for Curry was witnessing someone with a highly successful career using comedic material that could have benefited Curry himself.
You made enough money, you did enough, what? Why are you on my material? Right. What's that about? And then, people want to jump up, "Oh, he didn't know, he didn't steal your..." So yes, he did.
In another candid moment caught on camera, Curry shared his perspective on Steve Harvey when approached by a videographer. He asserted his belief that Steve Harvey had allegedly taken not just once, but twice from his stand-up material and incorporated it into his former daytime talk show Steve Harvey and Little Big Shots. He said, "He used my material on both his platforms after I saw him. I talked to him at Def Comedy Jam 25 in 2017, and I said, 'Man, you're using my material. You're taking money out of my pocket. You made enough money. You're very wealthy. You don't have to take it from me.'" Just a few days after Mark made his allegations about Steve Harvey appropriating his material, the host of Family Feud chose to address the issue. In a new interview with TMZ, Steve Harvey vehemently denied the accusations, stating that he did not take any of Mark's jokes. "I'm getting sick of this right here. Mark Curry needs to grow up," Steve began. "Steve Harvey ain't been on a stage since 2015. Ask Mark Curry what joke he's talking about." When the interviewer revealed that Mark had said Steve used his joke on Little Big Shots, Steve replied, "Are you kidding me? Get a life, get a career." Steve later said, "I've never stolen a joke in 35 years. It's true that many members of the cast of Hangin' with Mr. Cooper have had their own unique experiences and journeys in the entertainment industry. Before her role as Vanessa on the show, actress Holly Robinson Peete gained fame for portraying Sergeant Judy Hoffa on the popular 90s TV series 21 Jump Street, where Johnny Depp was the main character. This show marked a significant chapter in her career.
I went to the jewelry store. I was looking at those diamond watches when I lost all track of time. By the way, if I win, I'm moving out.
By the way, if I win, I'm kicking you out.
Following her time on Hangin' with Mr. Cooper, Holly Robinson Peete indeed continued her acting career with roles in various TV shows like Family, For Your Love, Mike and Molly, and Chicago Fire. In addition to her television work, she also appeared in several big-screen movies. Furthermore, she briefly served as a co-host on The Talk, showcasing her versatility in the entertainment industry.
One time I may have sent something that was meant for my husband, and my son, this is the one with autism, right? So he's very black and white.
After some time, Holly Robinson Peete and her husband, former NFL quarterback Rodney Peete, established the Holly Rod Foundation in 1997. This foundation was founded in response to their eldest son's autism diagnosis, and it has since been dedicated to two primary missions: providing compassionate care and raising awareness for both Parkinson's disease and autism. So after that show, she really had to struggle with the health of her son.
He's the first actor with autism to actually portray in a movie and a character with autism, right?
Wow.
Then comes Dawn Lewis. Some cast members witnessed stardom, and Dawn was one of them. Dawn Lewis played the character Robin on Hangin' with Mr. Cooper, and her role as Mark Cooper's longtime friend was indeed instrumental in setting the show's plotline in motion. It was Robin who extended the invitation for Mark to live with her and Vanessa, and she also played a key role in helping him secure a job as a teacher. Her character's actions and interactions were pivotal in shaping the dynamics of the show's central characters and storylines.
Come on, you guys, you got two numbers. Big deal.
Best recognized for her portrayal of Jaleesa Vincent on the TV series A Different World, Dawn Lewis continued her multifaceted career after Hangin' with Mr. Cooper concluded. Notably, she is a Grammy Award winner and has maintained a diverse portfolio as an actress, singer, voice actress, and award-winning songwriter. Her extensive body of voice work encompasses popular series like the Spider-Man animated series, as well as shows like Cleveland, Futurama, and Inside Out, among numerous others.
Old-fashioned as can be. I'm gonna bend over now.
Dawn has also been deeply committed to raising awareness for various important causes. She has actively worked to increase awareness about sickle cell disease through her involvement with the KIS Foundation for Empowerment. Additionally, she has been dedicated to empowering girls and young women from marginalized communities through her efforts with the Empower Her Institute, striving to make a positive impact on their lives and futures.
I am excited to support CFJ's efforts to provide free and confidential crisis and supportive services, including shelter and counseling.
Next is Nell Carter, renowned for her portrayal of Nell Harper in the TV show Gimme a Break, and as PJ Moore in Hangin' with Mr. Cooper, continued her illustrious career by taking on various roles. This Golden Globe nominee and Emmy and Tony Award winner graced other television series including Touched by an Angel, Reba, and Ally McBeal with her talent and presence.
And as long as I had the wig, and if the stage manager would tell other people, no, I said, this is my hair, I bought it, I'm staying.
Regrettably, Nell Carter's personal life was marked by numerous challenges. Despite her success, she faced a series of difficult moments, including a suicide attempt in the early 1980s, multiple miscarriages, divorces, struggles with substance addiction, and 2 brain aneurysms.
I had a show with children. I could have lost everything. I jeopardized my marriage, my daughter. I have a very respectable family.
Tragically, she passed away in 2003 at the relatively young age of 54, succumbing to complications related to diabetes. But there have been various speculations and conspiracy theories surrounding the circumstances of Nell Carter's struggles, including claims that she may have been deliberately pushed into substance addiction to exit the entertainment industry. One person wrote, "Now that took nerves, guts, and honesty to tell that story. She was so talented and could sing her butt off." Now it appears that many of the actors associated with the sitcom face significant challenges, and sadly, some experienced hardships and passed away. Looking at their lives, it becomes apparent that maintaining their careers and continuing the show was a demanding endeavor, with numerous obstacles that often seemed insurmountable. It appears that they had to contend with limited opportunities and support from those in positions of power within the industry.